documented creeps. A time when innocence could be stripped away faster than the petals off a daisy. I was just a kid then, 9 years old, and my older brother, at 14, was already feeling the weight of the world on his narrow shoulders. Our mother, worn and haggard, pushed us out the door with $30 to spare, urging us to hit the cinema and grab a bite afterward. The flickering silver screen swallowed us whole, but the darkness that awaited us outside was more than I was prepared for. My stomach grumbled, begging for the comforts of home, but my brother was dead set on sating his hunger with greasy fast food fare. McDonald's was only a couple of blocks away, or so he said, and I begrudgingly followed, the shadows growing longer as we walked. That's when he emerged, a wolf in sheep's clothing, a man with a friendly grin and an innocent child clinging to his hand. Average looks masked his malevolence as he spun his web of deceit. "Hey, you kids think you could give us a hand?" he cooed, the picture of paternal concern. They needed help loading a mattress onto their truck just up the road. Innocent enough, right? My brother's gut wasn't buying it, but the innocence of youth blinded me. I chimed in, eager to please, while my brother's gaze lingered on that child. That poor, hollow-eyed kid, draped in oversized rags and a blank expression. The man's words swirled like smoke, and my brother's discomfort was palpable. The man persisted, weaving a web of persuasion, but my brother stood firm, refusing to be ensnared. He glanced at the boy once more, that boy who stared back with vacant eyes that held a universe of sorrow. My brother lied, claiming our mother was nearby, and we retreated, his grip on my hand tight as steel. I looked back, catching a glimpse of the man's smile, twisting into a snarl, tugging his puppet child away with a grip that promised pain. Questions burned in my throat like acid, but my brother shushed me, a storm brewing in his eyes. His cell phone emerged like a lifeline, and he dialed as he paced, unraveling the nightmarish tapestry that had unfolded. The police arrived, and soon after, our mother, who swept me away, leaving my brother to face the inquisitive officers. The days rolled on, the incident retreating to the shadowy recesses of memory. Life returned to its normal rhythm, but darkness had taken root in our hearts. Yet, the past has a wicked sense of timing, and recently, those suppressed memories clawed their way back into my thoughts. With trepidation, I reached out to my now 22-year-old brother, craving the missing pieces. He opened the floodgates, recounting a tale more twisted than a labyrinthine nightmare. The man had been a siren's call, a trap laid by predators who thrived on youthful innocence. My brother's revelation painted a more sinister picture than I could have imagined. That little boy, a mere vessel, had mouthed silent pleas for help, a plea that was a gateway into the abyss. The realization hit my brother like a freight train. He called the authorities, whispered desperate words into the phone, as hope struggled to find footing amidst despair. Weeks passed, but it was too late for that boy. His lifeless body was discarded like trash in the woods, his spirit crushed by the very monsters that had used him as a lure. As my brother recounted the ordeal, I felt the icy fingers of fear grip my heart. The tendrils of evil had slithered through our lives, seeking to ensnare us. But fate, or perhaps something more sinister, had intervened. The man was never caught, his wickedness forever eluding the grasp of justice. That boy's specter haunted my thoughts, a reminder of how thin the line between safety and peril can be. The echoes of that night still linger, and the demons that walk among us remain nameless, shrouded in the shadows, waiting for the next innocent soul to cross their path. Thanks for joining us on this spine-tingling journey at Documented Creeps. If you crave more eerie tales, real-life encounters, and mysteries that defy explanation, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe.